name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, a.k.a. the El Capitan. Sitting here with my ride-along host, the Paparazzi. Good morning, brother.
What's going on?
Another day, another motherfucking dollar, ready to grind out. Glad college football is over. Now we can focus on college basketball, NBA, and NHL hockey.
Well, over here in the office this week, you've had to turn your attention to, we've had a major stalker here in the office this week. And this guy has been nonstop. I mean, he's been hitting my page, your page, but this guy, I mean, is something different.
He's an all-out stalker.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, man, these dudes claim to be world-class handicappers. They're making all this money, but they have time to make 50 fake accounts and DM everybody we know.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, we had the national championship this week. We got the NFL playoffs. It's a major time for sports betting. And these guys pick this time of year. And I don't understand how they have the time, because you definitely don't have the time.
I don't have a time to even fucking feed my kids, let alone fucking be a stalker and stalk somebody else's page. But if people don't know who we're talking about the gay handicapper.
Yes. William Smith.
William Smith, the gay handicapper. We exposed his fake followers that he bought.
We did.
From his own phone and the text message, his fake verification, his fake everything, his text message to his boyfriend, the entire 9 yards. What about the picture that he posted?
Yeah, he posted a picture of you coming out of surgery. Well, first off, William, let me give you a little advice, okay? Coming from somebody who is in media and also in this sports business, okay? If you're going to expose somebody, you don't go to their own social media and post a picture that they posted of themselves coming out.
I posted that picture myself.
You find something that they haven't posted on them.
Or incriminating or something that would make me a bad handicapper.
Right. That's exposing somebody. Not going on their own social media and posting something that they posted. That's not exposing anybody, William.
Oh, my God. Not to mention, remember how Diana told us that they would sit there and watch Money Talks?
Yes.
She'd wake up in the middle of the night to feed her baby, and he's in the mirror practicing all my lines.
Yes.
This dude don't even know what the word extravaganza means.
No.
That's my line. We're going to start off with a big bang. Who says that, Poppy?
I mean, he's
Find your own lingo, retard, zit-face fucking gump.
He's actually told me that he thinks he's successful because of you. He has told me, without you, he could never be successful. The problem is, he thinks he's successful, but that is all in his head. I mean, the guy's got a major problem. But
Well, here's what even proved the point to you, because you're running all my DMs and social media and getting all the internet money. At least when we blasted Vegas Dave,
yes,
we did hundreds of thousands of dollars in business. What happened when we blasted him?
We did hundreds of dollars in business.
And why is that?
Well, because nobody knows who this guy is. I mean,
bro, do you actually think the fake followers you bought are actually real and your engagement is real? You are a fucking clown, dude. Tell Brittany I said hello with your gay ass. Anyway, we're done giving him any shine.
Yeah.
He ain't getting nothing else from the El Capitan. But like I said, go find a hole somewhere and sit in it with your gay ass. Anyway, today's January 13th, podcast number 345. Our show sponsored by Bet You Play,
yes,
and actually Bet You Play to Earn, and our boys over there at Blue Chew. You want to get a hold of us, 877-220-6540. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Put your phone number into the website. We'll get back with you with a free pick. Where can they follow us at, Poppy?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at VIP Sports LV. If you don't want to call, direct message us about doing business. You'll hear back from us immediately. We will not DM or spam you about contests or promotions, so if you do get contacted by an account with Steve's picture that says they are him, look for that blue check mark first for your own safety.
Absolutely. Click the bell on YouTube to receive notifications on all posts that we post, and we greatly appreciate your thumbs up, and we do read all your comments. Get in the game and set yourself up with my absolute blowout winner merchandising line. Whether it's a t-shirt, hoodie, face mask, or whatever, for recreational or just sitting around watching the games, absolute blowout winner is a way of life. You got winners and you got losers. Which one are you? Go to absoluteblowoutwinner.com to get your merchandise now. Shout out and congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs, who obviously finally knocking off Alabama. What else about that game?
Well, that was one of the best national championship games that we've seen there in a while. Georgia did defeat Alabama. The game came down right to the wire. The game was a one-point game for the majority of it. And with 3 minutes to go, Alabama needed to get 8 points. Even down to 1 minute to go, Alabama needed to get the 8 points. But they did throw a pick six there, and Georgia was able to win their first national championship in 40 years. It was a rematch of the SEC championship game where Alabama won that matchup. But congratulations to Kirby Smart and his boys. They were able to defeat Nick Saban, and nice to see a different team win the national championship.
We warned the people that the odds makers knew exactly what the fuck they were doing.
did.
They thought they just had a free gift with Alabama +3.
Yes.
Alabama played terrible in that first matchup, and Alabama played at their best.
Yes.
And even though they got that late extra touchdown to push that lead up, they beat them the entire game.
Yeah, I think a couple of those injuries with the wide receivers in the game definitely impacted Alabama. But Georgia, when Georgia had that turnover, that fumble, that key fumble that went out of bounds and let Alabama have that touchdown, Georgia could have done one of two things there. They could have felt sorry for themselves, packed it in there, but that quarterback came back, put that drive down. They came right back, and that turned the tide around there. And just congratulations to Georgia on a great season. And what a defense. I mean, that defense was one of the best defenses in college football I've seen in as long as I can remember.
Maybe college history. I mean, they're no joke. Here's an NFL question. There are 7 NFL head coaches vaccinated going into next season. Vacancy, excuse me. If you had to take the head coaching position for one of these teams, which one would you take? Vegas, Minnesota, Giants, Dolphins, Broncos, Bears, or Jaguars?
Well, first off, Vegas, I'm not so sure there's going to be a vacancy because we've made the playoffs, and Rich Pasika has done a fucking great job with all the adversity we've had here. So
he's just not that high-level coach with the media.
Correct. He doesn't have that Vegas persona. No. That's his problem over here.
Somebody needs to give him a makeover. Start having him wear a couple different clothes, work on his mouthpiece a little bit for his interviews. But he is a hardcore football guy. And you're right, there probably wouldn't be a vacancy. But if there was, my number one choice would be Vegas out of these teams.
For you, it would be Vegas. For me, no doubt, it would be
Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. The Miami Dolphins to be there back in the Sunshine State over there in Florida. 100% Dolphins for me.
A recap, Jaguars upset the Indianapolis Colts, and Carson Wentz, after having a great season, had a very rough game. The sportsbooks cleaned up on this huge upset.
The sportsbook cleaned up all over last week. There were lots of huge upsets.
Recap, sports bettors used a single game parlay that combined alternate spreads of Raiders plus half a point and Chargers plus a half a point at 22,348, along with Jaguars money line at plus 730. The result was a 3-legged parlay with plus 186.223 odds. Industry insiders reported that winning on a tie between the Raiders and the Chargers would have exceeded $1 billion across all sportsbooks.
Well, those sportsbook right now then love the LA Chargers coach, who I think is the absolute worst coach in sports and needs to be fired. There should be on the opening football coaches. That job should be opening too.
No doubt. The Raiders got the job done on a game-winning field goal that ended the Chargers' season. Here's my question, Poppy. Do you think the Raiders would have ran out the clock if the Chargers didn't call that timeout?
Well, the Raiders say that they would have. They say that timeout called by the Chargers changed their game plan, and it appeared that the Raiders were very content to just take that. But I also sit there and say in my mind, did the Raiders really want to go face Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, or would they rather face Cincinnati? And by kicking a field goal, they face Cincinnati rather than facing Patrick Mahomes. So I question whether they might not have tried a field goal either way. So I don't know. Me personally on the game, I had the Chargers, so I would have liked to have seen that tie.
Well, I mean, actually, at this point, who cares? Raiders won, and that's that. You know what I mean? Here's a preview. Saturday, Vegas at Cincinnati. Cincinnati minus 5.5. It's going to be a tough game for us. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. The total is 49. Here's the question. Was the Raider-Charger game the most entertaining game you've seen in a long time?
It was a really good game. I don't know if it's the most entertaining I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, me neither, but it was a good game.
It was a damn good game.
Exciting.
And for the NFL, great to have that as your last game of the year.
You're not lying, especially in NFL. A game that goes all the way down to the wire that keeps you in the game the entire time. Those are very rare.
Yes.
Here's the trends. The Raiders have covered 3 straight games, and the Bengals have covered 4 straight games. Here's the key stat. Raiders allowed just 6.3 yards per passing play, which ranks 6th in the NFL.
Well, Cincinnati's got a lot of weapons. Joe Burrows is a pretty good guy for being a second-year quarterback. They got Jamar Chase. They've got some other weapons over there. The Raiders are in for a tough game.
Saturday, for the 3rd time this season, Patriots at Buffalo. Buffalo minus 4.5 with a 43 total. These teams split the first 2 games, with Buffalo winning their most recent matchup, 33-21 on December 6th in New England. Here's the key stat, guys. Buffalo has been getting it done on the defensive side of the ball, allowing just 15 points per game their last 4 games. Weather. The preliminary forecast is single-digit temperatures with sub-zero wind chills with a 35% chance of snow. Boy, I would not want to play in that shit.
I would not want to play in that, but I would like to have the information that you have on this game.
Yo, no doubt about it. Buffalo Mafia, baby. We'll see.
Buffalo Mafia, Bill Belichick on the other side. But the information that you have on this game, whether it's going to be the total or the side, 877-220-6540. If you have any kind of brain at all, call that number for this game.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be taking picks from a garbage man turned handicapper.
No.
Or a guy that lives with his mom in her house.
No,
you know
and
what I mean?
guys, you do not want to guess on this game. Trust me. This game, especially with COVID right now and the information that's going around, you need someone like that man right there. Make sure you call this office for that game.
San Francisco had the big comeback last week in Los Angeles, what did we say about the Niners?
We said the Niners, are a team that can
Can't
come back.
fuck you up
right.
and ruin your fucking season.
Exactly.
Here's the question. Are you concerned at all about the Rams? Can Matthew Stafford get the Rams to a Super Bowl?
Well,
And if he can't, is this considered a highly disappointing season for the Rams?
Well, I said to everybody last year when he was still a Detroit Lion that he would end up being a Ram. I was correct about that. But Matthew Stafford has a problem winning the big games. And that's just in his DNA. Until he can prove that he can win the big game, yeah, it's a big problem. And can I see him not getting there? Yeah, I can see him not getting there. And is it disappointing for the Rams? Yeah, it could be a very big disappointment. And
I'll just come out and say it. Rams aren't winning the Super Bowl.
I agree. I agree 100% with you.
Here's a preview for Sunday. San Francisco at Dallas. Dallas minus 3 with a 50.5 total. This is going to be a motherfucking game.
It depends what Dallas Cowboy team shows up, to be honest with you.
It's also what depends what San Francisco team shows up as well. Here's the key stat. Since early December, the Cowboys have allowed just 18 points per game their last 6 games. Another key stat. San Francisco is also getting it done defensively, allowing just below 18 points per game their last 6 games. And San Fran, 4-1 to the under in their last 5 games. That's what you guys don't understand. In these playoff games, you don't need to pick the side.
No.
A lot of the time, there's more money in these totals, guys. You don't bet with your heart when it comes down to making money betting sports. Like I said, if you do this for a hobby, go put together models or something. You know what I mean? This is a business, and if you're going to do it, you want to win and you want to make money. Another preview Sunday, Steelers at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 13 with a 46.5 total. Here's the question. Can being an almost 2-touchdown underdog motivate the Steelers to come out and play?
I don't think being a 2-touchdown underdog needs to motivate them. I think you got Mike Tomlin, who's a Super Bowl champion coach. You got Big Ben Roethlisberger, who's a Super Bowl quarterback, probably in his last season here. I think they got plenty of motivation to come, and you never underestimate the heart of a champion. That's what I'll tell you. Now, is Kansas City a much more classy team at this point than Pittsburgh? Absolutely. But
their double-digit covering against the spread is a very poor stat. I can tell you that right now.
Correct. And, you know, it's a playoff team. Even the way Pittsburgh had to get in the playoffs at the end of the season like this, they're still in the playoffs. You got an old, classy veteran team getting double digits. Don't sleep on that.
Everybody talks about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense, but no team has scored more than 10 points on the Chiefs in their last 5 home games. So remember that as well.
Yeah.
What about the preview for Monday night?
Well, I love that we have a Monday night game
So
first
do
off
I.
for there. And I think this is going to be a great game. But, again, it depends which Arizona and what Ram team shows up, because if you get the Arizona team for the first half of the season, you got a Super Bowl contender. If you get the Ram team that shows up, that really plays, you got a Super Bowl contender, but they don't always show up. But you got Arizona at the Rams. The Rams are a 4-point favorite, total 49.5. Arizona is plus 170 on the money line. The trend here, Arizona is 6-0 against the spread as a road underdog this season. The Rams were just 2-6 against the spread this season against teams with winning records. Trend here, Arizona's coach Cliff Kingsbury is 13-3 against the spread in his career as a road dog.
Entertainment news, which you already know, you're a paparazzi. Rest in peace to Bob Saget, who died in his sleep. The cause of the death is still unknown. Maybe a couple Percocets, a little H, or
No, I don't
little
think
cocaine. Or?
could be that. I don't think a little H. I don't think Bob's a drug addict by any means. Really don't know. Very, very sad.
What's taking so long to find out with autopsy?
I don't know. We lost Betty White.
Trying to keep his a good name. The guy had a very productive career, man. Shout out to him. He's old school, and he will be missed.
We lost Betty White. Apparently, she had a stroke 6 days before her passing.
She made it to a hundo, though.
Yeah, she made it to a hundo. We lost Bob Saget now, and please, no more television legends here like this. This is starting to hurt a little bit.
The gay handicapper keeps playing. We're going to lose somebody else as well.
Yeah.
College basketball is brought to you by boys at Blue Chew. Fall is here, and we could all use a stiff breeze. That's right. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew, guys. Confidence can take you very far in life. It can also help you in the bedroom, especially when it comes time to step up to the plate. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable tablet, and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at thebluechew.com, consult with one of their doctors, licensed medical providers, and once you are approved, you will receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew tablets are made in the United States and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package.
Okay, that's right. And, lasting impressions, guys, are what they all want to hear. So they always ask about first impressions, but the lasting impressions are the ones you want. So, let's go. We've got a special deal for you and our listeners for the VIP Sports Podcast. Try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code VIP at checkout. Just pay the $5 shipping fee. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code VIP to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
There were two big upsets on Tuesday, both number 1 Baylor and number 5 USC. The remaining undefeated Division I men's basketball teams suffered losses on Tuesday evening. Baylor's 21-game winning streak, which started last season, was snapped in a 65-62 loss to number 19, Texas Tech. Kevin McCullough, who missed recent games due to injury, scored 12 points off the bench and was one of 5 double-digit scorers for Texas Tech.
Yeah, that was...
When you get 5 double-digit scores, you have a great chance of winning the game.
You do. Texas Tech plays tonight as a small favorite back at home. Baylor is definitely a team that will be there towards the end. Definitely a really, really good team. So,
well, good luck on the next person they play.
Yeah.
Stanford's 75-69 win over USC on Tuesday was held in a nearly empty arena due to COVID-19 protocols. Stanford had played a game for nearly 3 weeks until beating USC for their first top 5 victory since 2007.
And Stanford comes back tonight getting 6.5 on the road playing Washington State.
Inquiring minds want to know. In the SEC, number 4 Auburn almost got upset by Alabama, who came back hard against the Tigers. Number -4 Auburn, who we previewed last week, was actually plus 2.5-point dogs on the road in Alabama and hung on to win and cover by 4 points, 81-77. Many people think that Auburn is the best team in the country, but the question is, how long until they do get upset?
Well, they're not going to run the table by any means. When they face teams like Duke and have to play teams eventually like Gonzaga and stuff like that, they'll get upset. But they're a very good basketball team, so don't shy down on them. But are they going to go undefeated? Absolutely not.
No. Number 9, Kansas won, but did not cover against a tough Iowa State squad on Tuesday night, 62-61. Kansas was 13-point favorites at home, and Kansas is just 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games. Guys, underdogs are getting you paid. If you think you're going into college basketball betting the favorite and the over, you're going to be in the poorhouse very, very quickly.
And guys, COVID is such an impact right now. Dr. Fauci came out yesterday and said literally everyone is going to get infected by the Omicron. So these players are not susceptible to not getting infected by this virus. So a guy like that who's going to find out that information is so valuable, because you don't know, when these lines get made at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, when information comes out, at 3:30 in the afternoon, somebody might get scratched from that lineup, and he gets that information where you may not know it. And I cannot stress that any more than I do.
Well, not only that, but we were doing a giveaway 2 weeks ago, $500 in cash to a lucky winner.
Yes.
We might as well go announce and give the information to the guy who won the $500.
Yeah, I think he'd appreciate
this guy's
it.
been following us for over 3 years. I'm glad that it happened to him. I want to give a shout out, and the winner of the $500 cash is Ted Barnett.
Congratulations,
Ted Barnett. All you got to do is send me a DM. We'll get that $500 in cash out to you immediately. We appreciate you being a real loyal follower, and we do appreciate all your comments. Ted Barnett, the $500 cash winner. The Big Ten has 5 teams ranked in the top 25: Michigan State, Illinois, Ohio State, Purdue, and Wisconsin. Wisconsin had a stellar week last week, going 3-0 and beating number 5 Purdue. Wisconsin's Johnny Davis led the way, averaging 27 points and 10 rebounds in those 3 recent victories.
Yeah, tonight Wisconsin takes on Ohio State at home. Wisconsin's a 3.5-point favorite, total 139.5. That will be a challenge. A really good game tonight. Michigan State won last night with 0.1 seconds left at the buzzer to get the job done. They are the hottest team right now in the Big Ten Conference.
Moving on in the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes lost 3 of its 7 games, but rallied to win 9 straight games, including a win over Duke on Saturday. But the Hurricane streak came to an end Tuesday, losing by 1 point to Florida State, 65-64. In the Ohio Valley Conference, the Belmont Bruins are 2-0 in the conference play and a red-hot 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games, including 6 covers.
They're 20 or 20-plus point favorites tonight. Big spread, but they cover their spreads a lot over there in Belmont.
Guys, be careful with all these fake-ass Instagram guys out there. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You don't want to put your hard money into a guy that was a garbage man turned handicapper, or a guy that claims to be a multimillionaire who carries a purse. You guys want real information, a guy that deals with players, coaches, CEOs, been in the same location for over 20 years, a guy that actually does what it takes to get the job done. All you got to do is DM or call me. It's playoff time, and I want to make sure you guys get that motherfucking money. But more importantly, college basketball right now, with the underdog value and everything going on right now, you guys can make a fortune. But like I said, you can't do it on your own. All the inside information that I get isn't shit that you get on your game sheet or from the internet. A lot of this COVID shit is covered up. They're telling you players are playing. 30 minutes before game time, the player gets pulled. That's the toughest stuff that you need information from me. Not to mention, guys, in my personal plays, on the last 25 games, I'm 19-6. I didn't say I was 25-0, did I? No, 19-6. 3 of those games came down to a point or less. But at the end of the day, I'm on their ass. We're breaking these motherfuckers. Sports betting is a $1 trillion industry. With all you new sports bettors out there, you need to learn the game. The formula for success in this business is money management and discipline. Betting 1 game a day, not every day, and betting the same amount of money on every single game. That's how you get paid betting sports. Not to mention, with all the underdog value, you can absolutely break these motherfuckers like they've never been broke before. Let's go finish out this NFL season with a bang. Call or DM me now to get involved in that money train with college basketball. I'll take you to places you've never been before. I'm the only guy documented on CNBC, the Business Financial Network, as the best sports consultant money can buy. So at the end of the day, guys, men lie, women lie, results don't. Be ready for the new show, The $1 Million Weekend, coming in March. We appreciate you guys following. We love you. And remember one thing, don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. Fair enough? We'll see you next week.